Hi, it's Ben, the production manager at Syvecs, and welcome to Wiring Wednesdays. Today we're going to be talking about twisting, concentrically twisting wire, how you shouldn't be doing it, why it's preferable to not do it this particular way, and how you should be doing it. So we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to show you an example of how not to do it, what it does, and how to do it after the fact. Okay, so this is how you shouldn't be doing it. So I'm going to walk you through what you shouldn't be doing. So we've clamped the wire in the vise and the cable is obviously here, both of them. So you're going to pop this into a drill. I've seen a number of people do this. I mean, each to their own, but on a professional level, it's not acceptable. So as we twist it up, what is happening is you have the cable that is multi-stranded inside of the insulation. It is now, at this point, for every twist or rotation that goes round, it adds tension onto the multi-core. So inside of the wire, as you can imagine, as it's twisted, as you twist more, it's now starting to get tight and put strain on the core of the wire. So the more that I twist, and I'm not putting any strain, it's now broken. That is a good demonstration of why it is a bad idea to twist wire with a drill. And now I will show you how to twist wire properly and the differences of it, of the strength of it. This is how you should be twisting the wire. So, a quick demonstration. Generally on a first twist, I don't know, it's a matter of habit. I don't know what other people do, but that's mainly what we do here at Syvecs, is we go for, as you're looking at it, a clockwise rotation on a pair. Again, we're gonna go into this in further detail later on. But with the core, which is the starting point of any concentrically twisted loom, we will be looking at the differences between using a single core, a dual, a 3, up to a 5, and what it means after the fact in terms of how many wires you're using and how that can impact the end result. So I'm twisting this wire. So what is happening here is that you have obviously a clockwise motion going on. You're feeding the wires between your fingers, but what you don't actually realize is that when you're twisting these wires, they are rotating on their pivot, which is on the end here, in a counterclockwise motion. So you almost have, you're going round that way, but the wires are going the opposite way, or like this, sorry. So you're going clockwise, the wires are going anti-clockwise. And what that is doing is that's the natural rotation of the core in terms of the wire and how it wants to respond to you turning it. The reason why that this is such a bad thing, and as I was saying before, also it's not a good idea or good method or good technique, is as you can see from here, this is quite happy staying there. It wants to stay in the position that I've put it in. And as I continue down, it doesn't want to come apart. Because if you force it and you hold the wire and it doesn't want to rotate, or you're forcing it not to rotate, which I'm trying to do now, it will unravel on its own. So I'm trying to demonstrate here of how not to do it, but I'm actually finding it quite hard because of practice. But as you can see, as I move forward with this, and the more I do it, the quicker you get, and it's more of a letting the wire relax in your hand. Now there are different measurements in terms of, hang on a minute. Dude, what are you doing? I'm out of here. So, joke aside, Sam has just demonstrated the differences between hand twisting and twisting with a drill. I mean, this does look, don't get me wrong, in some cases it can look very neat, but the impact that it has in the long term for wire is not healthy, and it can cause a number of discrepancies such as I say before, potential shorting, breakage of wire, intermediate misfires, intermediate injector issues, all sorts. If it has a wire on it and you're doing this to it, it can cause long-term issues. You won't necessarily see it in the short term, but you will over time. In practice, This can be very difficult to get your head around, especially when you start to layer up each of the cores on top of this one. So in summary, it is smarter to take your time when it comes to wire and concentrically twisting than it is to skip a couple of minutes, because as you saw, it didn't actually take me that long to twist this by hand and it sat there quite happily, than it did for Sam to do this, which we will only ever use in-house for some form of can or something. So we'd never ship something like that. So that's the end of that one. Thanks for watching. That was a guide into how you should be twisting wire and how not to be twisting wire. If you like the video, please like, subscribe or comment. If there's any questions that you have that we can possibly help with or have come up with some answers for, drop a comment below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.